They gon' bite like vultures.
Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. This is Caught Up in a Book with Lauren. I'm Lauren, and here on this channel we offer book reviews and more for the culture. Today's video is going to be another one in our series that is called Author Spotlight. The Author Spotlight series highlights authors that are for and of the culture. Today, we are highlighting an author by the name of Jade Jones. Jade Jones was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. She was born in 1989, and she has been writing since childhood. Okay, she's been writing since she was a kid. She wrote in contests and things like that as a child. She is also a former stripper. She started dancing at the age of 18. She attended Cleveland State University and she majored in film and television. Okay. So I tell you that she was a former stripper because her former history as a stripper has influenced some of her writing. Okay. She is the author of a popular book series by the name of Cameron. Okay. And Cameron is one of her first books that came out in 2016. And she has 9 books in the Cameron series. 9 whole books, y'all. That's a lot of writing, but I believe Cameron may be her most popular series and book collection to date, okay? And when you got 9 books to go through, I can see how it is obviously entertaining, okay? So, like I said, Cameron was loosely based upon her own life, and that's why I told you that she was a former stripper. Cameron in the book is a stripper, and then Jade Jones herself was formerly a stripper. Okay. So she is an author that writes a lot of urban fiction. Okay. But she also is a multifaceted author. I wouldn't put her in too much of a box because she explores other boxes, and I can appreciate that about her. She has given horror, thriller, suspense, a little sci-fi and paranormal activity slash paranormal romance in her books. So I love that she is a Black author writing about Black people and giving us a little bit of variety, doing something different, okay? Giving us something different, and I like that. Jade Jones also goes by the pen name of Pebbles Star. Many of Jade's books are self-published, okay? She is a self-publishing author, okay? And she has managed to turn this same Cameron book that I spoke about into a movie. She is independently developing and paying for this movie to be produced. I am so proud of her for that. Like I spoke about in an earlier video, it is great to see so many authors independently taking their works to other platforms, and she has a lot of work under her belt. She could easily turn some of her other books into movies or like miniseries or even like a short film for YouTube. But this is going to be an independent movie, and as far as I know right now, she is still working on editing and shopping it around. This could very easily be in movie theaters. I don't know. Okay, you just never know. It could be in movie theaters, or it might be something smaller that we can access on YouTube, or it might even be on like Amazon Prime or something. Amazon Prime really works with independent people, and this could be that. But I'm proud of her, and you should all be looking out for the Cameron movie that is coming out soon. Jay is one of those authors. She has her own publishing company, but she has put on so many other authors. So again, she writes under the pen name Pebbles Star. For a long time, I thought they were two different people. I think some other people may have thought it too. And she finally said, "Y'all know that's me. Y'all know that's me." So Pebble Star is Jade Jones herself. It's another pen name for her. She also has a couple other writers under her publishing company: Dynasty Dawson, Pandora, Sasha Davenport, and then Chase Moore. I suspect that Chase Moore may also be Jade. I'm not sure. I know she works a lot. She's constantly working. Her work ethic is top tier. I would not be surprised if she had more than one pen name, okay? So what I admire most about Jade is her work ethic. Like I said, it is top tier. She is always turning something out. She is always advertising. She is always letting you know that this is coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. What I kind of have a critique about, okay, is the fact that she has many, many, many books in the series. I think Cameron, 9 books is the longest series that she has, but she doesn't have many standalone books. And I don't know if that's something you need to have per se, but I think it might be like milking the market a little bit. I'm sorry. And she's not the only one that does it. She's not the only one. But right now we're spotlighting her. So lots of cliffhangers kind of leave you with like the ultimate cliffhangers. Like you don't even realize, you don't get a complete story sometimes. So some of the books are like part 1 and part 2, and if they were put together, that could have just been one perfect book, like a whole book, a complete book. But instead you get the part 1 and part 2, get left hanging, that type of thing. And I don't really like that. I don't really like that. Let me give you a positive. Jade Jones's covers for her books with her name, with her pen name, and the ones that are for authors who are signed under her publishing company, the covers are all fire. Fire, fire, fire. They are sexy. They are pretty, good to look at, and sometimes they even have fire on them, okay? Whoever is working with her on her graphics, or whoever she's working with on her graphics for the books, it looks good. It looks good. Now, it gives old school romance novels when they had like the ladies and the men on the horses, little Fabio thing, but definitely a up-to-date 2020s version of that. My only critique about that would just be using more unambiguously black people on these covers. A lot of times, kind of like the music videos, it's a foreign lady or maybe a mixed person, this, that, and the other. They don't look like me and they don't look like her. Okay. And I think sometimes as authors, we write about ourselves. So we need to have these people on our books and covers to reflect ourselves, okay? But they look good. They are aesthetically pleasing. A critique of mine that I didn't mean to elaborate on is that they don't always look unapologetically black, like browner skin, natural hair. They don't look like me. They don't look like her. They don't look like the people that she is even catering to. So it would be nice to see that reflection on her covers. Another critique is that early editions of her books were not heavily edited. Not heavily edited at all. Y'all, it may be petty for me, but that's one of my turnoffs. A book that's hard to read because it's not edited well, because it has typos, because of just those little flaws that make it hard to read, that's a turnoff for me. And I can be judgy or petty about it because there's so many resources that we have. Autocorrect, spell check. There are apps like Grammarly, and there are things out here that can help you make your writing be just a tad bit more cohesive, or having an editor, maybe even having somebody read it before you actually release it. Like, make sure your eyes aren't the only eyes that see it. That sort of thing was lacking in the beginning of her career, I will say that I have seen an improvement. There seems to be an improvement with her editing and things like that. So I can appreciate that. And that would be what would probably draw me back to her, knowing that even if I don't like the story, even if I don't relate to the story, that it's a story that I can actually read, put together, not stumble over words, not have to go back and put together and be like, well, this is what it says, but I think this is what it's supposed to say. That type of thing. So I definitely see an improvement, and I can give her kudos for that, improving in her very own business. So, Jade Jones is a very active and very interactive author on social media. She is active on her Facebook and her Instagram pages. She talks about her books and things she has coming up, but she also has like um real conversations, simple things like, what are y'all watching on TV? Have y'all watched this movie? This Can y'all help me think of a name that starts with Z, or for a female character, or a name that rhymes with this or this, that, and the other. So to a degree, she kind of gets a little input from her supporters who are on her Facebook page, and I can really appreciate that because it makes her even more relatable. So I don't know if I've said it, but Jay Jones is not one of my favorite authors, but I do think she deserves to be highlighted. Her work ethic is amazing, and she is a writer that I admire for that fact. She seems to be very business smart. So that is the part that I admire and like about her. That's the part that I support with her. A black woman doing what she needs to do to get that money, honey, okay? And and it's obvious that she's doing something right because the books keep coming, and they wouldn't keep coming if y'all weren't showing interest by buying them. But in the past, I have been underwhelmed by some of her books. Like I said, she has a lot of series. So that means, cliffhangers and things like that. And I be wanting to have a complete experience. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to go to series one, two, three, four, five to get like one book. That don't really work for me personally. But Jay Jones is always in the top 10 on Amazon. She is usually in the top 10 for multiple She's usually in the top 10 for multiple categories. Like, it'll be African American romance, African American this, that, and the other, romance, things like that. So she's always in the top 10 on certain categories in the Amazon marketplace. And you can't knock the hustle. Can't be mad about it. Like I said, get that money, honey. Okay. It's legal, it's clean, ain't hurting nobody. Okay. Can't be mad about it. But I do think you should definitely give Jade Jones a try because she has plenty of material. There's always something coming out that she has written or that she is a part of. She is a hardworking woman, and she gives us a dose of variety. It's not just, hood drama, it's not just hood classic or anything like that. The paranormal, the sci-fi, all that stuff, if you're interested in that, you can explore it with her. And maybe if you're just a little curious, you want to see how it goes, you can start there with Jade because she is offering that sort of genre, that sort of material. And people are obviously enjoying it and coming back for more because, like I said, there's always a new release and there's always her in the top 10 on some list on Amazon, okay? So again, Jay Jones is an author that I think you should check out or at least look into. Have her on your radar, okay? She is a young black millennial businesswoman that's making it happen for herself, and she also is helping others. So, of course, she has a publishing company and she has other authors on her or in the company, on her publishing team. So she's helping others with employment, okay? But she also interacts and engages with other like up and coming authors who may or may not be in the same space as her. Okay. They may be trying to get to where she is. They may want to have a book complete and finished. I know for a fact she does writing sprints with other Black authors. And I think that in the group, she's probably had the most success. But she's helping them know what she did to get to where she is, also helping them with, knowledge, advice, that sort of thing. So she's very interactive and seems not to be a selfish person. She's in the business doing what she needs to do for herself, but she's also willing to, reach back and reach back and take other people with her. Okay. She also is great with engaging and interacting with her audience in a smart, business minded way. If you order your book directly from Jade Jones, she usually signs the book herself. Like if you order a physical copy, she usually signs the book herself. That's like a old school type of thing, but it makes sense also. Okay. Have your autograph, your signature out there, because who knows, but we know that there's value in having a signed copy. Ooh, in having a signed copy of a book, being the original book or, things like that. There is value in having a signed copy of a book, and she is adding that value to what she is giving to her customers. So if you want to check out Jade Jones's work, you can find her on Amazon, okay? She is also available and interactive, like I said, on Facebook and Instagram. She also has her own website. It is jadedpub.com, okay? And like I said, she's very interactive. So if you want to text the word books to 44144, you can get up to date on new releases and also be entered into giveaways and contests, y'all. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of Author Spotlight. Let me know down below if there's an author that you would like me to spotlight, an author that needs some shine and recognition out here in the world. Let me know your favorite author down below and they may be spotlighted next. Until next time, y'all, this is Caught Up in a Book with Lauren, and I'm Lauren. Here you're going to get book reviews and more for the culture. Come back and watch another video soon. I will talk to you all later. Happy reading, everybody. Bye bye.